y'all, Dr. Lulu here. So today is day 2 of going live at 12 noon on Facebook for the next 30 days. Y'all wish me luck because this is not as easy as it looks. So today we're going to be talking about how do I know I'm ready to come out. Yes, and I'm looking to the left because my laptop is over here. And we're going to discuss that. So basically the question I'm going to try to answer for y'all is, how do you know if you're ready to come out? So the short answer is most people don't feel fully ready. And it's just like anything else in life. Most people don't feel really ready. Whatever it is, whether it's having a baby, after 10 months of pregnancy, when the labor finally starts, you're still like, oh my God, am I ready to become a parent? Am I ready to become a parent again? Whether you're going to a wedding, you put on your clothes, you put on your makeup, you still feel like, oh, am I ready? Excuse me. Am I ready to go? Do I look good? Does this dress make me look thin? I mean, all the things. So generally speaking in life, we're almost always never fully ready. But when it comes to being in the LGBT plus community, one of the things that I will say is, hello, April. One of the things I will say is there are some signs that can indicate that you may be close. You may be close enough. So a little bit about me. My name is Dr. Lulu. I'm a pediatrician by training. I'm a life coach by training. I have an MBA by training. All the things, because I had somebody on a Facebook group said, what is your qualification? I'm like, oh God, life is my qualification, right? Like, I'm a human being, that's enough. I have what they call lived experience. That should be enough. But when you're a Black woman, you can never be enough for some people. Well, you know what? That's a them problem. So today we're going to talk about, how do you know that you're ready to come out? So I'm going to move this a little bit closer so I can look at my notes a little closer to you. I leave that for my 3 kids so people can see my 3 kids in the background. Okay, good. So those are my 3 biologic kids, and these are their representatives. So the first thing is I want to normalize the fact that people think they're supposed to feel confident. They're supposed to feel like ready. Like, okay, this morning, that's it. I'm ready. But the truth is, as human beings, there's always going to be a little doubt at the back of your mind. I want you to know that that is normal. It is normal for you to have a little, I don't know. But as we say in business, you will never, ever have the day when you're like, okay, I'm fully ready. That's just not how that works. And so what we need to do, as in everything else, is we have to start even before we're fully ready. I'm a pediatrician, so I use toddler examples a lot. Let me write that down for this evening. I use toddler examples a lot. So number 1, toddlers, right? Number 2, normalizing, not being ready for anything. Even if you study for the exams, like you studied and studied and studied and studied and studied for the spelling bee, and you're like the master, on the day of the exam you can still say, oh, you can still feel, oh, and that is normal. So I want to start by normalizing the fact that you will never really ever get to the day that you're like 100%. So you're going to have to go with any percentage between 0 and 100 and start. Maybe over 50, but it doesn't matter. That's up to you. You know yourself, and start already. And then, as they say, you jump, and then you grow your wings on your way down. Right? Let me give you cheers to that, because that's one of the things that my coach taught me a long time ago. This is my my smoothie. So, cheers to that. You start, and then you develop your wings on your way down. Okay. The second thing is, so here's what I tell people to look for instead. Okay. Number 1, have you come out to yourself fully? Like, are you able to say, I am gay to yourself? without shuddering, without feeling scared, without shutting down even? Like, do you fully now recognize that you are in fact gay? And I'm going to use gay. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to use gay as an umbrella term. But whatever you are is valid, right? But I'm just going to use gay as an umbrella term. So we're talking about the question today. The question we're trying to answer today is, how do I know I'm ready to come out? So if you're wondering who I am, my name is Dr. Lulu. I'm a physician by training. I'm also a life coach, and I exclusively work with the queer community, helping them come out fully as queer people and helping their family members support them fully as allies. And then my third branch is helping physicians like me support and affirm their LGBT plus patients as well. So we're going to talk about all of that through the month of April, because my coach said I should. She said, do 15 days, mama, just do 15 days. I said, okay. So today is day 2, even though it's day 3 technically of April. This is day 2 on Facebook, but I'm just going to go with day 3 because I did 3 days already on Instagram. So today we're talking about, how do you know you're ready to come out? So the first thing to first normalize is that there's never going to be the day where you're going to say, I'm fully ready. And I want you to own that. I want you to just understand that that's okay. It's okay to not be fully ready to do anything. As human beings, even a toddler who wants to take their first steps, they're not fully ready. So what do? They toddle. They take a couple of steps and then they fall, but they don't stay down. They get up and they take another couple of steps and then they fall and they take another couple of steps. So they try it on. So what I want to ask you to do is to try it on. Try on this beautiful new identity that you just discovered that you are. Like, if you don't like mountain climbing and then you go and then you love it, right? That's a new identity. Oh, wow, I love mountain climbing. I did not know. Right? So when you discover that you're attracted to men or women or whatever it is that you are in the queer community, the first thing to do is to try it on your own, in the mirror. Look in the mirror and say, I'm gay. I'm a lesbian. Or I'm pansexual in my case. And get used to saying it to yourself without shutting down, without cringing, without being afraid, without, second guessing. Okay? And then the second thing that I want you to do is, I want you to think really deeply about the outcome of this reality. Whoa. So the first thing to do is learn to say it to yourself, or coming out to yourself. Learn to do that. And then you need to accept what's coming. I don't have to tell you. This is 2026. I don't have to tell you what's coming. Hateration from the community, ostracization from your friends, rejection possibly from your family. I'm not saying that these things are all they're all like a sure banker, but there are possibilities. Getting kicked out for some people. Your marriage breaking up for some people. Your kids basically kicking you out for some people, depending on what age you are when you come into the knowledge. Because you can be a child, you can be a youth, you can be an adult, you can be even an older adult when you finally come into the realization. I have a friend who literally came out at 75. It happens. So the first thing to do is to be able to accept yourself. This is who you are. And then the second thing is to recognize the potential fallout, as it were, of coming to the realization. That's a real thing. Okay. The third thing is, this is so important, The third and maybe most important thing is finding a support person, finding a supportive place, finding a supportive space. It could be a physical space, like a therapist or a coach like me. It could be a person, like a therapist or a coach like me. It could be your own self, internally grounding yourself. Because as you get older, it's easier to make up your mind and stay with it. And I want to say that gently, because I know not everybody, but children are still very impressionable. Children are, it's harder for them to say it because they're still very impressionable about what their parents are going to say, how their parents are going to react. But as you get older, thankfully, that gets less. So it's easier for me to say that the third thing to do is to find some kind of support. So 3 things. If you're watching this on the replay, write this down. Number 1, coming out to yourself first, which means you've made this realization. I know it's scary. Are you kidding me? It's very scary. It's very scary. I was 9 when I was like, wait, what is this? I didn't tell anybody. And then at 11, I plucked up some courage and told my aunt. And then she basically pushed me all the way back in by telling me I was going to go to hell. And then at 16, I tried again. And I told my dad. And he said, oh, it's a phase. And then at 22, I went to medical school. I was finishing from medical school. And they told us that, oh, that's a mental illness. And then as I got older, I said, you know what? I'm just going to marry a man because that's what society expects from me. Now, let's do acknowledge the fact that I am pansexual, which means I have attraction to any and all genders. It doesn't matter to me, right? And then I had children. And then my first child, I was like, oh, this one is gay, right? Because you could tell. However, I was still married to their dad. And then I met this friend, I'm going to call her Miss K. And I fell head over heels for her. And I was like, yeah, that never went away. From when I was 11, 13, 17, it never went away. I'm still who I am. And then after the divorce, I got married to my ex-wife, and I just realized 2 years ago that I'm actually pansexual. So I'm just saying it's a becoming kind of thing. It's a process. Hi, Miss April DP. Hello. It says that you're here. I see you watching. I see one person watching. Okay, well, that's okay. Just keep watching, because if you watch to the end, you get to be put in the drawing for a copy of, an autographed copy of my book about your Black transgender child. So keep watching. If you stay till the end, I'm going to take names down. If you stay till the end, you'll be in the drawing for this. If you leave a comment, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. And so we're talking about, how do you know you're ready to come out? This is to the queer people now. We will address parents later, maybe not today. So the 3 things to do. Number 1, you don't have to come out at all. Yeah? But how do you know you might be ready? Number 1, you're able to say it to yourself. You've had the self-realization and self-acceptance. Because I also had to deal with a lot of internalized homophobia. Ooh, that's another day's conversation. I had to deal with that. Okay? So once you get past all of that, the second thing is, are you ready for the consequences of coming out in today's world? Are you ready, in fact, for possibly finding your family of what do we call it? Family of choice, right? Finding your family of choice, or getting rejected by your current family. I mean, it's like, you never know. And then the third thing is, do you have a support structure? Do you have a therapist? Do you have a coach? Do you have maybe a parent, maybe an aunt, maybe a friend? Do you have someone who will support you. If you have those 3 things in place, I will say go for it. But the first thing I'm going to say is, remember, you don't have to come out at all. That's a very important point. You do not have to come out at all. This is not a thing that, it's not a measure of who comes out more, who comes out less. Safety first. Always, always, always. Psychological safety, physical safety, emotional safety, all of the safeties first, right? And then, so here I wrote down, I said, readiness isn't just about courage. So your readiness is not just, readiness to come out is not just about, oh, I'm courageous, I'm strong, I'm brave. It's also about, maybe even more so about what comes next. I want you to be ready for what can come next. People have been unlived for this. There was a gay imam that was unlived last year. I used to follow him on Instagram. It's a thing, okay? And also, if you're not ready, that doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. Self-realization, self-acceptance, self-affirmation. Now, if you want to know the difference, watch yesterday's video. We talked about the difference between acceptance and affirmation in yesterday's video. So self-acceptance, self-affirmation, that's enough. You don't have to tell anybody. One of the things I say is a child's I don't know how I say it, but the danger of a child increases, the danger to a child increases exponentially the day they open their mouth and tell someone that they're queer or tell someone that they're gay. Okay? So if you're trying to figure this out, if you heard this 20 minutes of talking, 15 minutes of talking, and you would like to know more, you would like to dig deeper, maybe you are trying to figure yourself out, I'm hosting a webinar on April 21. April 21. Please, for now, message me because I still haven't put the links yet, and I should get them done by the end of today. For now, just message me. But April 21, I'm going to be doing a webinar, and it's titled To Come Out or Not. 3 things you should know before you decide. So it's a little bit of what we talked about today and a whole lot more, right? And then plus you get to ask me questions in real time. You get to learn about my practice where we help people with emotional support, physical support, psychological support, social support, any kind of support that they need, whether it's with relationships or with themselves or with workplace or with their parents or with their friends. As a life coach, I do that, okay? So comment or DM me the word ready. Comment or DM me the word ready, and I'll send you the link because I do have a link. Comment or send me the word ready, and I'll send you the link. So remember, you're not trying to be perfect. You're not trying to please anyone. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're not trying to have all the answers. The first thing you want is coming out to your own self. Then, not most importantly, but then, are you ready for what might happen? And then number 3, do you have a soft landing? I can offer you soft landing. Your therapist can offer you soft landing. A good friend can offer you soft landing. A family of choice can offer you soft landing. An affirming church can offer you soft landing. I mean, you can get soft landing wherever, but you need to first get it before coming out. All right. So my name is Dr. Lulu. This is what I do for a living. I am so proud of it. If you know anyone that might need this kind of help, that might need this kind of information, please let them know. And the person who stayed to the end, you get entered. And I only see a name, and that name is April DP. I don't see the other name, so I don't know. But April DP, I'm putting your name down in the drawing for a copy of my book. So April DP on Facebook. Because the other two were on Instagram. Okay, so April DP, thank you for watching to the end. If y'all have any questions, type in the comment section. If you have any concerns, type in the comment sections or DM me. And I will see you tomorrow at 12 noon. Tomorrow is a Saturday. I don't know. I may or may not be able to do it. If I am able to, I'll come live for a quick minute. Otherwise, no problem. I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, the webinar is April 21. I don't know if I can... Oh, I can write comments. Okay. So April 21. I don't know if it will stay at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. And the link will be in the bio. Okay, there's the comment. And the link will be in my bio. Yes, so how do you know you're ready to come out? Number one, you can actually say to yourself, you can actually come out to yourself without being scared, because it's scary. It's overwhelming sometimes. It's stressful. Because society makes you believe that there's something wrong with you. But I'm here to tell you that there's nothing wrong with you. Number two, are you ready for what's going to come after? Let me say it exactly the way I wrote it, because that sounds better. Have you accepted the outcome may not be perfect? In other words, when you come out, there may be some not so good consequences because people is crazy, right? And then number three, do you have some kind of support, or at least internally, can you ground yourself to be able to do this for yourself? Because as you get older, you may be able to do it. When I was 55, I was like, you know what, I'm coming out. What are you going to do? Nothing, right? But a child who's 15 or who's 10 or even 25 may not be fully able to do that because they're still heavily dependent on their parents or whatever. So my name is Dr. Lulu. Give me a holla, okay? And tell someone about me and the work that I'm doing. My practice is called Dr. Lulu's Pride Corner. Now that I know I can write, I'm going to write it. So Dr. Lulu's Pride Corner, pridecorner.com. Corner.com. Come there and let's have a chit chat. And if you want to make an appointment with me, it's even easier. Calendly.com / Dr. Lulu and / intro for an introductory call. Let's see how it goes. All right, I did it. I'm so proud of myself. My coach is going to be so proud of me because she was like, just do 15 days. Just do 15 days. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to do 30. But here we are, day 3, and nothing happened to me. And you know, the funny thing about life, the more you see how I was talking about not being ready, like the moment of being ready is never going to come that perfectly. You got to just jump into the deep end and just figure it out. So yesterday was really messy because I haven't done Facebook Live in a long time. And I was all over the place, but I did it. And then today is a little bit smoother. And, you know, tomorrow is going to be even smoother. So if there's something that you're thinking of doing, just start. And then it will always get better. Imagine 10 days from now, I'll be on day 10. Right? All right. Y'all have a wonderful Good Friday. And try not to eat meat today. All right. Bye.